Hello all, let's start the second part of section 3.6. In this part, I will discuss with you solving rational inequalities, correct? Inequalities. Again, any inequality that's in the form of, basically the definition is the same as polynomial, but I'll explain why it's like this. If f of x is greater than 0, f of x is less than 0, f of x is greater equals 0, and f of x is less than equals 0, we call these type of inequalities rational inequalities, but your f of x is in the form of p of x over what? Q of x. Because we discussed before rational functions. Rational functions are in the form of p of x over q of x. Correct? Now, rational inequalities, they are also in the form of p of x over q of x. For example, if I have 3x plus 3 over, let's say, 2x plus 4 greater than 0, I call this inequality a rational inequality. Or x squared minus 9 over x plus 2 minus 2 less than 0. Or maybe 3x minus 1 over x minus 2 less than equal, let's say, 3. Correct? All of them, we call them what? Rational inequality. You have your f of x is actually equal to p of x over q of x. And all of them is in the form of less than, greater, less than, equal, or greater equal 0. Now, which steps you should take to solve a rational inequality? Steps are similar, steps are the same as we discussed it to solve a polynomial inequality. We do all those 4 steps also to solve rational inequality. There is something else that I will discuss here with you. I will add that step also, and I'll explain how to solve a rational inequality. Let's do an example. Let's start with a small example or easy example. Then we will move on and I'll solve a few different examples to give you a good practice how to deal with rational inequalities. Example number 1. Let's copy this one. 3x plus 3 over 2x plus 4 greater than 0. Your step 1 was to bring everything in one side and make the other side 0, which in example number 1, you don't have a step 1 because it's already everything is in one side and the right side is already 0, correct? Now, in step 2, you would make your rational inequality, your polynomial inequality equal to 0. You do the same thing here, but with a little bit of difference. What you do in step 2, you set the numerator equal to 0, 3x plus 3 equals 0, and at the same time, you set the denominator to x plus 4 also equal to what? Equal to 0. With polynomial, you set the polynomial equal to 0. Here, you set the numerator equal to 0, and you set the denominator equal to 0, and you solve both equations, correct? Let's solve. Subtract 3 from both sides. Then 3x equals negative 3. divide by 3 both sides, x is equal -1. Correct? This one, subtract 4 from both sides. Then 2x equals -4. Divide by 2. X equals -2. Now, if you remember, when we discussed rational equations, rational functions, and now rational inequality, your denominator, correct? Which is this one, 2x plus 4. If you plug in -2 in your denominator becomes 0. Or actually, because we discussed also rational functions, x equal -2 is your horizontal what? Your horizontal asymptote. You have to be careful when you draw the number line here. You have to exclude the horizontal asymptote from your values, correct? How? I'll explain it to you. Next step was drawing a number line and put these numbers on it, right? This is your number line. I have -2 and I have what? -1. Here positive infinity, here negative infinity. And this one, I don't recommend you to use the quick method, the true-false method. No, because it's rational inequality. Sometimes you have to plug in, you have to pick a test point from each region, or I can call it from each interval. For example, I'll pick up a test point from this interval, for example, -3. I'll pick up a test point from here, which is between -1 and -2. I can say -1/2, and between -1 to infinity, I'll pick 0. I'll plug my test points in my original inequality and see if I end up with a true statement or false statement in each region. The actual inequality was 3x plus 3 over 2x plus 4 greater than 0. Let's plug in -3 first. Then this one will be 3 times -3 plus 3 over 2 times -3 plus 4. Is this greater than 0? We don't know. Let's check it. 3 times -3 gives you -9. -9 plus 3 gives you -6. Over 2 times -3 gives you -6. -6 plus 4 gives you -2. -6 over -2 gives you +3. Is 3 is greater than 0? Yes. True, right? Then, these were your boundaries at -1 and -2. In the interval from -infinity to -2, you end up with true statement. It means one of the solutions of the inequality is this region. Correct? Let's plug in -1/2. I know you don't like fractions, but let's do it. It's not that difficult, right? Then it will be 3 times -1/2 plus 3 over 2 times -1/2 plus 4. Is this greater than 0? 3 times -1/2 gives you -3/2 plus 3 over 2 times -1/2 gives you -1 plus 4. Is this greater than 0? We don't know yet. How do you add 3/2 with 3? You need a common denominator of 2, right? Then times 2 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 3 gives you 3/2. Over -1 and +4 gives you positive what? 3. I don't want to simplify, correct? I don't want to simplify. Anyway, look, your left side is a positive number, and positive numbers are greater than 0, correct? Then from -2 to -1, it's also the solution of inequality because it's a true statement, correct? From -1 to infinity, let's plug in 0. You had 3x plus 3 over 2x plus 4 greater than 0. If you plug in 0, these two parts become 0, and you end up with 3/4. Is 3/4 greater than 0? Yes. Then your solution is also in this region. Then where is the final solution? Where is the final solution, and how to write your final solution, correct? Your final solution is this was greater than 0? Yeah. Okay. Your final solution is from -infinity to -2, correct? Union -2 to -1, and union from -1 to where? To infinity. Let me copy another example from your book. This one is much better. Example number 2. X plus 1 over x plus 3 greater equal to. Here you have your step 1. You have to make one side 0. It means subtract 2 from both sides, correct? Then you can write x plus 1 over x plus 3 minus 2 greater equal what? 0. Now, this is the tricky part with rational inequalities. You have to add and subtract. It means you have to simplify your left side. You need a common denominator. What is your common denominator between 1 and x plus 3? Of course, it's x plus 3, right? Then you multiply the numerator and denominator of your second fraction with x plus 3. And you end up with x plus 1 over x plus 3 minus, distribute the 2. 2x plus minus 6, not plus, 2x let's keep this negative, 2x plus 6 over x plus 3 greater equal what? 0. Now denominators are the same. One of them x plus 3. In the top you have x plus 1. Distribute the negative. Minus 2x minus 6 greater equal 0. Simplify the top. X minus 2x gives you negative x. Positive 1 negative 6 gives you negative 5 over what? X plus 3 greater equal 0. Now, set the numerator equal 0, set the denominator equal 0. Correct? Negative x minus 5 equals 0, solve it, and also x plus 3 equals 0, solve it. From here, negative x equals 5. If you divide both sides by negative 1, then x is equal negative 5. Here, subtract 3 from both sides, x equal negative 3. But you remember you cannot take 3, right? Because that's your vertical asymptote. Correct? Now, draw number line. Here is your negative 5. Here is negative 3. Positive infinity, negative infinity. Pick up a test point from each region. Correct? Here 0. Here, for example, let's pick negative 4 as a test point. And here let's pick negative 6 as a test point. Plug in these ones in your original inequality, or in the last one, in this one. You can use this one also, and you see which kind of statement you end up with, correct? If you plug in here negative 6, it gives you negative 6 minus 5 over negative 6 plus 3. Is this greater or equal 0? We don't know yet. Negative 6 gives you positive 6. 6 minus 5 gives you 1. Over negative 6 plus 3 gives you negative 3. Is this greater or equal 0? Of course, it's a false statement. Correct? Then this is not the solution, this region. Plug in negative 4. It will be negative 4 minus 5 over negative 4 plus 3, which gives you negative 4 is positive 4, minus 5 gives you negative 1, correct? And negative 4 plus 3 gives you negative 1. Negative 1 over negative 1 gives you 1. Is 1 is greater equal 0? Yes. True. Then one of the solution is here in this region. Plug in 0. It gives you negative 5 over 3. Is negative 5 over 3 is greater than 0? Of course not. False. Then where is the solution? The solution, look here, something I'm explaining. Because your inequality is greater equal 0, you have to use bracket, right? Then bracket negative 5, comma 3. Be careful. Your 3 was your vertical asymptote, correct? For vertical asymptote, please remember, always use parentheses. Even your inequality has an equal sign, but for vertical asymptote or in a simple language for denominator, always use parentheses, correct? That will be the final answer for your rational inequality. This was all about section 3.6. The last part of 3.6, there are some word problems or application that I want to skip it because your next section, which is 3.7, it's already word problems. I don't want to give you a lot of word problems, make this course difficult for you. I will skip the last part of 3.6 and we will discuss 3.7 soon, which is all about variation problems, which is all word or applications, correct? Let me stop the lecture here and see you next time in section 3.7.